and welcome to the SciFirst MovieTalk episode. So in this episode, I'm discussing Disney's 2021 original music comedy animated fantasy adventure movie, Encanto, as directed by Jared Bush and Byron Harrod, who brings us the 61st, depending on how you number them, but 61st in my book, entry into their animated classics series overall. So, this movie then, yes. In the movie, we meet Mirabel Madrigal, apologies for all the pronunciations in this one, as voiced by Stephanie Beatriz, living with the rest of her family in a remote town protected by magic, born of a mystical candle some 50 years ago, when her grandmother, Abuela, as voiced by Maria Cecilia Botero, was forced to flee her home with her three triplets, Julieta, Pepe, and Bruno. Out of such a travesty, and indeed such a tragedy, the candle provided shelter and protection in the form of an enchanted sentient house known as Casita, and indeed bestowed unique powers on each of Abuela's three children, and indeed their children when they came of age. However, Mirabel is the only member of her family not to have been given a unique gift, and as such, feels an outsider within her own family. Everybody else can do such special things, lift houses, command nature, shapeshift and control the weather, but to name a few. All useful skills in helping the family and the community thrive. One night, as everybody around her is celebrating the latest descendant coming of age and being empowered with their gift, Mirabel discovers that the power that fuels the magic is faltering. As the rest of the family shun Mirabel in disbelief to any impending doom, it then becomes up to Mirabel to be the only one to investigate the cause of the magical disturbances and fix the miracle before it's too late. So, the first thing that hits you with this movie is its vibrancy and its tempo. From the very offset, it's like watching a fireworks spectacular with totally spellbindingly detailed and wide-eyed animation, all set to an incredible beat, eye-popping colours, and with a fantastic energy. Disney have certainly injected their magic in more ways than one here, and again with this entry, and have brought us an enchanting tale that's firmly rooted with a strong family mantra. That, whilst being a vibrantly fantastic fantasy adventure, totally brings it home with a warm and embracing message about family, commitment and expectations, which find relevance in today's modern family setting, superpowers or not. The film features a series of original songs by Lin-Manuel Miranda. As a musical, it was certainly powerful return to form for Disney, in this respect. And whilst I don't perhaps think the songs were as strong as some of Disney's other kind of movies that they've brought us in the past, nor indeed some of those I've heard from Miranda himself, but they are still strong enough to kind of carry the movie, and indeed are certainly toe-tappingly and totally enthused with Miranda's distinctive style and energy. In fact, the musical numbers in themselves are totally exuberant and provide the film's most fantastically wondrous visual displays. The film isn't told in its entirety through the use of song, but much of the character development is brought to us in this way. So I wouldn't say that kind of any feel out of place, each providing a colourful and enthused backdrop for the characters they feature and call out. The score sets off the movie apart in its own way, this being composed by Jermaine Franco, a score which complemented the mystical but often emotional journey of the movie. The more darker and gulfing moments and those which crescendo as we celebrate and move the story along. Distinctly powerful. It was actually endearing in that a movie about technically a bunch of superheroes, that the plot actually revolved around somebody with absolutely no powers at all. In fact, those with powers featured as kind of supplementary characters in the main, providing more of the kind of comedic backdrop than anything else. They still felt connected to the story, don't get me wrong, but the film's main focus was on Mirabel. It had more than its fair share of Indiana Jones moments too. There was certainly an adventure to be had here, absolutely. But it was also quite the alluring detective movie at the same time, once it kind of got into its stride. Staying very close to home, yet opening a whole new wondrous world at the same time, full of determination and plucky attitude. Plucky attitude. The comedy wasn't quite as strong as perhaps I thought it would be, but it was fun enough for what it was going for. And I think the more understated affair played very well to the film's more homely and humbling approach. It wasn't really top-heavy in any respect, allowing the kind of experience to be absorbed by the audience to the fullest extent possible. Overall, this was a wonderfully orchestrated, adventurous and extremely vibrant movie from Disney, embracing their magic full on with a delightful, playfully charming movie bringing some of their best qualities to an original tale, full of family, fantasy, magic, spectacle and outstanding musical numbers. And whilst I don't personally think it was the strongest Disney in a number of respects, it still makes up for this in bringing us a truly enchanted experience. A complete kaleidoscope of sight, sound, music, story, animation, all brought together with breathtaking energy and infused with an engaging investigative story, getting to the very heart of what it means to be a family. So, that brings me to the end of this episode. Many thanks for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like. Please do hit that subscribe button for more movie reviews, trailer reactions and other movie-related content. Absolutely loved having you here at SciFirst Movie Talk and definitely love to have you back. Most of all, just thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.